Today is Saturday, and on Saturdays, we know how we can do now. Open line, everybody can rub mutts waiting while in a table, waiting past na your radar. But before that, we can forgive all waiting past na Sierra network in your own radar. Make we come with the COVID-19 comparison before we go do that one day. Now, so the numbers them look like as compared to last Saturday, when I be the 22nd, and today, when I the 29th of August. Last Saturday, the total number of confirmed case now be 1,980. 1,980. Today, now 2019. Last Saturday, now be 1980. Today, now 2019. In the course of the week, 49 people test positive for COVID-19 na Salon. 49 people test positive for COVID-19 na Salon. Last Saturday, the total number of people will be lost in life to COVID-19 na be 69, and will be around 69 for like 2 weeks when nobody no lost in life. However, during the week, one person be lost in life when I be a female, or 22 years of age female, will lost in life to COVID-19 na 34 military hospital. So today we get 70 total, and just the one person we lost in life to COVID-19. As you can always say, we pray say in soul rest in peace. The one that were in isolation last Saturday, number 366, and today now 358. So in the course of the week, well, we know say more people come out, but the difference between last Saturday and today now 8. 9 are the difference, because people can come out, people going, people come out, people going. So now that. The one that we don't recover from COVID-19 na Salon. Last Saturday, we get a total of 1,545. Now we been get. Today, we get 1,591. So in the course of the week, we get 46 recoveries from COVID-19 na Salon. The one them where they in quarantine last Saturday na be 551. 551 last Saturday. Today we got 388. You know, so we can for say make we go down that 500 mark. So during the week, we be go down again the 400 mark. So now we're under 400. The course of the week, the people were in quarantine, then be changed by, from last week to now, by 163. And that one day back, people can come up, people can go inside. But the number difference now 163. Out of quarantine, last week, now be 10,397, according to NACOVAC. Where they say that they are the correct figure. Remember, Naya, we have raised that with them. They say yes, then gladly, but then if na man they make mistake. They say they go count a week back. Well, now 1 week they come so tomorrow. We know you didn't talk nothing but that yet. If they don't find out who side the discrepancy, be they wouldn't give you that kind of number they that send. But today, now 10,678. In the course of the week, 281 people don't come out inside quarantine na Salon. I think from next week, I go add the total number of tests conducted. Make we see in the course of the week how many tests then they conduct. From next week, I go compare this weekend to next weekend. But make we give the other numbers then. The active new case, when I know more now, are 4. And the 4 active new case, it come out from 108 tests where they analyze. 108 tests where the labs they analyze. Now 4 new case come out there, and that 4 then are from Western area rural. Western area rural, now it gets that 4 case there. Okay, make we go through quick the things that we pass through Sarah Network for the week. On Sunday, now be 12 new cases we began, 0 death and 21 new recoveries. And on Sunday, I don't know if you be listening to the podcast of George Macaulay, where he be deal with mindset. Even tomorrow, na continuation of the mindset, na we go air na the radio and also na the Facebook page. We be lancing the High Court of Sierra Leone be slammed an interim freezing order on the asset of Octia mining. If you don't follow that story there, if you not say the people them not be glady with the mining company. And now, the High Court don't slam an interim freezing order on the assets. Hey, the principal was arrested for exam malpractice. I'll be talking now with the hand over the principal, give the Ministry of Education. ACCC made them deal with him. When we post that one day, the comments will not be easy. People were going for ACC. Say, waiting and see behind them teacher them. When a teacher number they fasting. Why they left the politicians them? Why they know they go after the politicians them? In saying that, news they fly around right now say, the Honorable Alpha Timbo don't be reinstated with him in deputy. You know that one where ACC make that big noise? Where they make that big noise for? Remember, we even play an IR and say it has pleased the president. We not see the official statement too, but now they work kind of social media right now. Say they don't reinstate Alpha Timbo in deputy. I remember now Mike from Philly. Mike be bet say if anything be happen, because remember ACC been say then withdraw because of Nabida former Attorney General. Now him be one mix up things. Now made them withdraw. So now they can package well for charge. Now they say okay for do program on that. We just wait no more. Make it confirm. Fine one. Because the other day he was on AYV. Say he gets a foundation where he try for champion in own cause. He be there on AYV. So now we say they don't reinstate him, even though officially it will not get an official statement, but we wait because then anti-corruption need for sure the whereabouts of the rest, the remaining rice, because now only out of 49,000, only 800 them be gone over. So the remaining rest we need for fair not bottom. We need to. Because after that kind of press conference day, now they say they don't reinstate her. Hey, we are waiting for the official statement. Even though some places now, I see Songol long more for them. Yes, they pull Songol for the minister. Say people will be think say then go Ibandong, they don't map back. King, make we continue. Bank of Sierra Leone, they warn the public against illegal foreign exchange. These are all the things that we pass during the week. The the SLPP, the party, don't revise the constitution and then don't endorse the president's bill forbidding party leader. But not for the chairman, no. And just the leader. The chairman of the party, he still exists. So people then they say, wait, then why want to put here EBK, the former president, and Baikoma, where in a chairman and leader. And so, no, this one not to chairman, in a just leader no more. Let's see how the game they play. We'll be share the video where the camera be go working at the amputee and war wounded camp, now local, that community day, and then be expressed and feel abandoned by the government of Sierra Leone. And also, we'll be share the video where, yes, Tripoli, if you be the doubt Tripoli, I didn't tell you now, eh? Who don't watch that video, we go to that island, where you sit on that boat. Because I get a lot of people who say, Tripoli, you get mine though? Eh? You really get mine. Tripoli, they try for sure, you say, in a salon man. Eh? Anything for Sierra Leone, just for showcase them. Eh? Just for make you self see. Say that kind of island day, it exists inside Sierra Leone. We get for take a 3 hours boat ride. We lost, and how we don't get that story dinner. With the captain, we lost all thing. But that's the island. And it was worth it though. It was really worth it. Unfortunately, nothing say I go and take boat ride again for goodie. But they say for take the road ain't worse. Say because the road is not motorable, but motorcade the past day. Let's just say that. Not motorable, but motorcade in the past day. Road day. So the water is shorter. But the boat for goodie. Tell God thank you. We return back safe. We will share the audio with the acting national publicity secretary of APC, Sidi Yaya Tunis, where he begin. He say, then they try for engage the media and admonish the media, say yes, like all other political parties in the salon, the APC self then gets their own try in terms rights and where then they go to. But then while the media left them tin and they make them discuss waiting really the people and they facing right now in a salon. And he not talk to the media no more. He also talk to the aspirants them will go and bear the flag for run for 2023 election at the APC. Saying now them for team up and talk. But when he say something happen, like the McKinney incident, we then go the buy-in, they not talk nothing. Then just go shape money, don't they give wave to people. They say, no, they want for you, then voice them. Security sector be one against anything we go disrupt the country in peace and stability. And that will be dealt with on Monday. The five confirmed new case will be get on Monday, 0 death and 7 new recoveries. And we will also share a video where the Inspector General of Police will visit the OSD headquarters. And you be here waiting the talk. We will talk. On Tuesday, we will get 4 new confirmed cases, 0 death, and 12 new recoveries from coronavirus. Ministry of Health and Sanitation be receive Sierra Leone certificate for say salon safe. Join all other African countries them for be polio free. Yes, polio free. The Ministry of Defense then be issue press release say one rumor be they go around and for say that rumor the way people be they na lie. The First Lady of Sierra Leone, Fatima Bio, he be asked a question. He say, the one the way they talk right now say, the first lady, no one for work with Sia Koroma when former President Koroma in WEF. He said, do ya? Former President Koroma in WEF when Sia Koroma, if he been work with Auntie Aisatu Jabi Kaba, when IJ Kaba. Well, a lot of the comment alone on that post in there, now be 100, it don't go now 175. 175. Where people then they say, some man they say, Aksamba. Some man then they say, no, IJ Kaba was not a first lady of Sierra Leone. So I expect, former, first lady, Sia Koroma, for work with IJ Kaba, where be say, former President Kaba married IJ Kaba after in presidency. So people then they say, when Sia Koroma income, there was no former first lady because Patricia Kaba, way Naina be the former first lady, be lost in life, be die. So they say make the first lady go correct himself back before they come and can talk that one day. My advice, if somebody can take the phone from the first lady, I think say they need to. But again, he say, even at that posting, they say, in the talk, and in go talk till he die. Nobody know the stop him for talk. But somebody need for taking phone from him. That's what me think. Because not to everything you the answer. Everything she has an answer for on social media. Why? Why now? Why? Hey. Okay. Oh. Civil societies and human rights groups, then they speak up against hate speech na Salone. Even Sludge self don't join them. My dear, hey, inside Salone now, I don't know if I'm well back within here. People that frown against civil societies right now is not even funny. Everybody there against them. The one who they support the ruling party, the one who they support, the one that will be did it before, the previous one, the APC, they're all. And they're against them. If you see the comments the way they talk against them, someone they ask you why not for talk. Then they begin bringing instances them. Why you not be talking that thing? Some even they ask say when President Bill be called APC terrorist group, now hate speech that one day. Why civil society not been talk? Why now they ready for can talk say people and they say hate speech? Man, hi, Salone. Yes. The SLPP party, the party itself is Salone People's Party. They put a press release where they say they team up against hate speech. Because Austin Johnny, they say he make an audio. And this audio where he talk there, he not talk for anything. And he's somebody who say he carry position inside the present administration, saying on social media or whatever. So, SLPP back pull press release for team up against that, say they they're against hate speech. Another person be right, say, at one time, MB post something about this same thing where the president say terrorist. CID be call him for go explain himself and he sleep there 2 days. He say about Austin Johnny always he talk about that audio. CID not call him. CID not call him. Okay. Audio 003. Dr. Sylvia Blyden say APC. Then sabi for sideline. Then sabi for pull comot, exclude people them na the party. And then think say na dan they want do am. And I be 003. Inside and right now on Facebook, we don't get almost 17,000 views per that one day. We still wait for 005. They say na 1 hour long, but 30 day not come on do. Something na because it's long that kind long day. 2020 Afro Barometer reports be revealed say 64% of Salone people and say the country they head in the wrong direction. And that will be laid at table here on Tuesday. On Wednesday morning, we serve Nigeria Network, but share a Facebook frame where you go add na your profile picture for say me na Sierra Leone and I say no to hate speech inside Salone. Where you go there say why you see the minister in face of lands. Because the Ministry of Land say them plan for go digital. And inside the posting, a Sierra Leonean company in Sierra Leone right now as we speak, if you get land in Salone, you earn, then everything digital about your land, then they do them. And they are hoping to work with the Ministry of Lands. I pray they work with the young guys in Sierra Leone. I pray they work with them. That's the only way local content could be great. Same Maya don't land this thing, come on at the diaspora, go Salone, set them up. Please, government, una work with a young man then they. As long as they meet up. If una bid, una get them. But if they meet up for establish this digitalization of the land system na Salone, please let work with Salone people them. Because we see the over $500 million for that hospital. Remember, we'll be doing here na Kerry Town. They say they don't sign no. But we wait for Ministry of Sanitation for pull, Health and Sanitation for pull an official statement about that signature. They don't see pictures, then they fly for say this work for can begin. We go see. Now they go. On Wednesday, Sierra Leone Police, then Operation Restore to Order. Now I think that will be also deal with Naya. And on Wednesday, we will get new confirmed case when at 0 death and 8 new recoveries from coronavirus. From coronavirus in Salone. The reason why you see the Minister of Health and Sanitation on screen is because then we pull a joint press release for Sierra Leone self they celebrate with World Health Organization Africa's landmark in achieving against polio. For say polio not in Africa again. And inside that day, I think we go upload that video they say on Monday because the camera self been there inside it. We will land say, I think it's from the 80s, Sierra Leone, we don't be polio free. But now the entire Africa get for be certified say polio free. So now we have to get that recognition day. NGC. They outline the real threat to national security in Salone. Where they say the real threat, na the bread and butter issue, na the threat. I don't know, you listened yesterday 98.1, where Imran be the challenge the chairman of NGC, Dr. Dennis Bright. Why our young politicians then can lie, Why? Imran say 40,000, 50,000 na in the gi to the cookery woman na area for cook cassava leaf for her. Where he and his brother na house, then they eat for 2 or 3 days. Hey. Okay, come here they go waka. One go ask people them how much then they spend per day in the market and the thing the way they go buy. I think we don't do partly, but this is a full one who they go do. And the thing the way then they buy how long it'll take with them. No, just fair notes. We don't do one, but we need to do another one. Based on what Imran can talk na radio. They try for discredit the prizes way Dr. Dennis Bright gi. Try for discredit him. Young politician. Themselves don't toe the line. Same with Ibrahim Fofana. Remember the last one I already talk about that video in Cameroon? Thinking to say this young man go come and apologize. And he refuse. And he make a video they deny. At that time, because somebody sent me the audio, I didn't listen to it. At that time, I began for go listen the audio, waiting he talk. And exactly that's what he said. So this thing happened in Kenema. And he go make a video, and this person say he want be politician in Sierra Leone. Then right in front of your face, una don't begin for lie. Una don't begin for lie. Ibrahim Fofana, I'm sorry, but my brother, Yanda, you lie. Because there is an audio where you say Nakenema. Then the video now you make, instead of saying, you know what, okay, I was wrong, before I begin compare, all the other killing, the way they don't kill, is it not the same? What's in the difference, my brother? No. That particular one day, what you say Nakenema was not Kenema. And you deny back by the video and make say no, and you still have people there celebrating him. Tokia, I'm like, are you serious? Are these the kind of people where they vibe for be somebody in Sierra Leone? Are these? Not to make the same thing, Imran back, they go sit on a radio saying they give 40,000, 50,000. Well, again, we'll not go doubt. Maybe something are just the leaves and the water. Then they make it and say cassava leaf. They say cassava leaf. But the camera go waka. Make we ask people in a tongue when they want to cook cassava leaf, how much then they spend. Just the ordinary people. Where we know say even those that are in position, the young kind cassava leaf go different. With the ordinary man. We forget fish stuff not trouble. Where they do injustice to the people in the name of political parties. It is wrong. We all go, me, triple N. I say they go market to a salon. Or they go at a low market. I know waiting at the price where I want cook cassava leaf. Na salon. That is wrong, man. Totally wrong. Okay. Make we continue. Now, because of NGC, waiting and say, I am bringing that one they come in. Yes, on Wednesday, Nadande Obidio, Operation Return to Order. Audio 004. Audio 004. He say, he go be the last person, Dr. Sylvia Blyden, will go destroy the APC. We dey wait for audio 005 for more than promise we boy saying we can't talk about PPRC, the hypocritical PPRC pull a press release, but how they can they make the waka? The president of Sierra Leone and in family, according to this press release from Status, say the president departs on a private visit go na Lebanon. Yay! President Bill and in family on a private visit go Lebanon. People begin ask, why Lebanon? By the time they don't the word Lebanon. Newspaper they don't come out from Lebanon. For say the president of Salon and the newspaper no can say just an article pulling and say. I don't know if you not see that one, but me I see and get one on MTV, then get one on Lebanon Broadcasting Corporation, LBC. Two newspaper them. The LBC self online. If you search for them, Lebanon Broadcasting Corporation, LBCI, na so den writer international. It dey na Facebook. You go see President being pictured there. And you go see wetin dem get a headline. Say the president of Sierra Leone gets coronavirus and he go Lebanon for go seek medical treatment. I say, not to me say. But the use way they pass. And you say no go tell me say you know you am. But status tell we say na private visit na the president go pa na Lebanon. And for where this flying news they pass in a corona, the people and they take the newspaper and then they screenshot and they share. Even newspaper then a salon, save them snap them, put it inside the newspaper. They ask say, dear President Biona coronavirus and can go Lebanon. 30 day. No answer, no come out. No answer, no come out. They no can tell we say na lie then they lie. They no can tell we not say na lie then they lie. So na not listen to them. My dear. But again, if na fabrication, who da go say e go chook money na the Lebanese newspaper then they earn. Then you get another one away can pull say, look the president where he reach Lebanon. That picture then they share. My dear, that picture they not correct. So that picture they na old picture first. That was old. It's easy for tell old picture and new picture. Easy for tell. Old pictures and new picture. At this year of age, coronavirus. I don't know if you will see that picture there. Okay, make I show you, yeah? In case you not see them. Make I show you that picture there where I see people and they share. Say, now way President Bill reach Lebanon this. No? Anybody will share that picture there? Tell and say, triple say, they're not correct. Because that particular picture there, that old picture of one of President Bill in trips them where he be done do. So why people and for share and now say, the president, you know, gets not to light in the line, not to ambulance. And then go take one of the president's own old picture, then they can't show you. That is not right. And not play with so. If not fake, we all know say not fake. But again, why make somebody for cook story? Say to the one now, I don't know that and then go chook na the Lebanese man then they hand and go chook money for put on the newspaper. For say the president get coronavirus. Now the picture this they see now. They see the picture where then they share say no, that's not a recent picture. That's an old picture where the president and the first lady be make a trip. But we know this particular administration for they come out quick and give press release say wait una they in a lie. I don't know if you don't see one, but me up to now I don't see it. I don't know, maybe they just want to say, you know what, Tina they wish bad, they bad follow them. Will not they even answer them. But now the military, now you can say waiting and they talk on social media not to go, then can clear their aid. Make we continue, yeah? Legal Aid Board to provide legal representation for 353 indigents them during special court sessions. Sierra Leone on Thursday began 10 new confirmed cases, 1 death and 4 new recoveries from coronavirus. The Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School said that they established an all-female delivery team. All-female delivery team for support the implementation of the free quality school education. On Thursday, we be deal with NatCom, where they say they want for begin compulsory phone registration. Even though not compulsory, but they not they force you for register your phone. The Campaign for Human Rights Development International, CHADI, and ONEP, they say they be go na Makeni on a peace mission and a cohesion mission na Makeni. Budget Advocacy Network say they don't launch their scorecard on mandatory information disclosure. A mandatory information disclosure. Ale gonna make anti. You know, I must say a network could run nata for fair use. Who do yeri? Tin the way we not you want publish, one confirm. Where they need a degree. Na paper I did say freedom to access to information and all these things. Idea, make a work at the go. PPIC say then go look into the activities of malcontent of residents them within the diaspora. They say they audio there. Now people are within the diaspora then they make a more. PPIC, the political party registration committee then say they want sit down for watching side, they don't pick them panel all. For see whose political party where they be in. They want them waiting at the diaspora or they make them audio them. Or they wait, make them come out with their findings. The health minister say he be receive brotherly Egyptian donation and then be donate medical items them for boost Sierra Leone in health sector. We just hear about budget advocacy network, ban their own. Say the mandatory disclosure of information. Now, the Right to Access Information Commission then go present in 2019 report to the Deputy Information Minister. We share that one day na the SN Radio YouTube page. I don't know if you watch them, but we'll be share them there. And even at that, they just give me just a brief one. Then they say, well, then get for cry and go for snap parliament before me and you go know it in the day. But then just go hand over and no more to the Deputy Minister, Mamadi Gobe Kamara. On Friday, we will get 2 new confirmed cases, 0 death, and 9 new recoveries from coronavirus. Sierra Network Charity Foundation, we have not left Beno. You know, say we mask them, we still legate them away, right? Well, we be give the one na Kenema. Yes, Kenema Council don't receive the Sierra Network Charity Foundation then face mask. And then gladly then tell thank you for that. I think say where Dr. Isa to come and go throw more light on that. Sierra Leone Cable Limited not for sale. This back now another rumor where they passed on social media. Sierra Leone Cable Limited and say they don't sell them. So Ministry of Information pull press release say that rumor na the na lie. So why make Ministry of Information now go pull another press release say this one na the but the president all in newspaper here na people and then go chook money na then Lebanese man there na bad people and na they want see say the president get this kind of stick. They not pull no press release, but then pull the one where they say they sell the Sierra Leone Cable Limited. But they not pull press release for that one day. Because some people and they feel say because the Lebanon Broadcasting Corporation puts up, even though na headline, the headline at the top, there's nobody to the story. I just headline. Nobody know did it. Ah well, Sierra Leone, we for know. Yesterday, we to be deal with now. Sierra Leone Parliament go declare a vote of non-confidence if EDSA and EGT, then big alejo then, the boss man, the leader then, if they not step up the game. And if you see Parliament vote say they not get confidence by you, abada, you they go. You they go. I think I be done get this one. Naya, Okay, Michael, I say why we get the land minister. Maybe you can't let the land minister can't show face because he say anyone for make the land ministry go digital. Everything about you land go digital. And Mr. Sefnaya, they hope say there is a Sierra Leonean company in Sierra Leone where then they do that the right now. If you say get land in a saloon, you want to make them provide you all things digital and everything, then go do one for you. Don't forget to even say a network safe. If you get land in a salon, you want to see them from top. Contact we. We will go fly drone day for you. Yeah, we'll go fly drone day for you. And you pay in a small thing no more, it will cost you. You go see you land from the top. If you get a building safe in a salon, well then they work for you. You want a monthly overview of your building from the sky. Yeah, you can make arrangements with your Sierra network. Every month we go fly drone day for you. Eh? Make you see. If you get OSEF, you don't know how the land partition well. The drone go up the air for you. Take a picture for you, make you see them. So if you feel say you want all Lawandi, we will provide for you. But that company, they were they talk. I just hope say the young guys them make them get them. If they meet to the criteria though, make them get them this particular one for digitalize the land system na salon. Make everything be digitalized, you know. Yes. Today, myself don't put one small advert now. So na small thing no more, not so boku one. If you want to see you land, you want to see you host from the air, hey, we'll go take a drone picture for you. Make you see how it turn. Eh? And so say a network deal. On a charge you boku safe. We don't see what they do. Or you not see it. You don't see what you say a network they do, or you not see it. Okay. Well, we will begin how to panelists them, make we get them summary for the week. Yes, us friend, you get the platform, sir. What's in a summary, sir?
Thank you very much, Triple A, for giving the platform. You know, say the week long go so busy with plenty things. The first I will me go just want for take up. Now, first of all, we congratulate people who don't take part for eradicate this polio. But actually, the polio they don't eradicate, because polio, we get 3 types of polio. The main one we don't eradicate now that WPV, one of the wild polio virus, will be cause a lot of problems. They don't begin then they give that OPV, one of that oral vaccine, with them they give. Then we can introduce one other one of the IPV, one of the inactivated vaccine for the polio. So now that one day we don't give, but we all been take part there. We don't. So Mr. we're glad for that one day. They told them begin the very year. So we all been contribute that side day, little one. But that side no more. I tell thank you and I congratulate those who have taken part for doing. But I can always remember no more. Let them go. They try to remember the ones who are the field workers because that one we been broadcast. So if you look, the people are more what they call names. They are more of the one they would in the administrative sector where they organize them. They're not being remember mostly the field workers, but that side they left to how government for the look into anything then they. So the side one they go left that side. Then coming into the area of the how they call them, this band of electricity. I mean, for give them a vote of non-confidence inside Parliament. The side what I've been talking this, they are the little side more I going for look into how government go able for look how they go able for the balance of the risk factors them. The risk factor for balance them and look at the network, it will able to find at the country and then we able to get a resilience and a resistant kind of network with the transmit so that then we able to back for delegate duties between and then find out the way how they call them the the generation side, the side where they generate the electricity. The side where they generate the electricity, they're able to produce a large kilowatts of electricity will reach for the people then. Then the transmission, where they try to change so, it will become very active. So I hope so they will work in concert as then they do that one day. Because when you look at electricity, most of the electricity, electricity where they flow from one side to the other, they flow with a particular kilowatts. And what they affect areas and way not able for reach fine. Now because of one, when then the electrons then they flow from one side where electricity, then they go with one power when at the voltage. If the areas then way not they get electricity enough because of other reasons there, so that power they divert. It go to some other areas then because it come with a particular voltage. But the voltage not they reach all sides in the same voltage manner. So because of the areas they will not they get in the backflow, and that backflow they can cause again electrical circuit failure. And then also if the power back not enough, the voltage at the particular time due to use it in a particular area, instead can cause back a kind of electrical circuit problem. So I hope CSI they all as then they try to change the transformer and other things then when they look how effective the transmission rates and then the generation rates. The generation rate inside electricity come on and go find all sources, when are reliable sources, decide when are one body they produce the electricity. So that electricity will flow in a uniform and even way. So now that side number one for take from the electricity side. And the innovation we then go try for do and the approach we then go do. That was a preventative approach. And then the way then go able to put the reliability and that resilience. And then try for remove anything with a resistance in terms of electricity. We then go know if in an area we in a likely trees then go fall on the cable them, all those kind of things, and try for look into trees that are old and try for put areas then we secure and the material then they use and try for secure them because now copper then they use in terms of them and aluminum this transmission cable. So that people are not going to even tamper with them for thief them, all those kind of things, protect them. You send them underground, keep them on the ground. You send them overhead, you put them more higher overhead. So the side of electricity. Then coming out to the area of the how they call them this non-confidence of how they call them the health sector. The health sector, what I have for look into them regarding the United Nations, then High Commissioner or the representative within a salon, he left one. The interview and then there's an areas that we just highlight. He highlights about waiting at their own impact wouldn't they get in terms of the political change in a country. But they set out a 30 years project, wherein the 10-year project it can end to 2030. So that 10 year would on left, some of the years they are affected by the war, by Ebola and other things. But the areas that wouldn't be they try for highlight, say they actually not get anything for do with party politics. Now more of initiated now government and developmental challenges. In other words, then policies then for now in context of development and the development then they bring them in terms of different forms for say the human capital development. But you go question yourself for say the areas them when you get social disconnect, you get civil rights, you get civil duties. I don't know if they're so far able to address these issues because they talk about free education. Then they even mention about how election then they monitor. So all these areas that you see, have they be able to achieve them at a structure wherein the infrastructure or the body where they don't set up for develop that side, they actually don't gain a kind of substance from their own impact of the developmental project where they don't implement. And then you will look at the entry points where they use. One are the sectors of donors. So right now they try to encourage the public sector like reform in forms of bringing donors then at the country. And when they say they bring donors them, the donors then they say that they try to bring in kind of job facilities. But I don't know which type of public sectors wouldn't they say then they try to develop in terms of the infrastructure. They ask them how the election, but the election, then we know say the United Nations, the Security Council, now then been get then you mandate in terms of guidance of the peacekeeping till 2017. But when 2017 passed now, they left them under the mandate of the technical capability of the country. So now for that thing, they now the country, and then they deal with them. They ask about the Mano River Union. He answered back, say, well, the Mano River Union, he only talk about the border and the COVID and the business where they try for do. But the area where I feel they try for no, waiting this don't bring in terms of peace now the country, in terms of a peaceful environment. But when you look at the impact, they are only there for implementing developmental projects. The political sector, then they only bring in help when at the infrastructural area. See, like if you now want a kind of call them a forensic lab, then will help for let them pioneer till you get them. But it is up to the individual laws they will implement. But it's based on the people what they need. Because like now people demonstrate, people go, they plead, people make rally, see let them try bring in a forensic lab. So the people take into board and say, well, this one time, then project them. So then kind of project that they try for take. In other words, they are only there to help development, but it is up to the government for let them go implement. Then you can now foresee, well, now, at the time that one day, with all political party them, to me, on say, what you see, for let them go focus on waiting the parliament is set up for let it go do. The parliament is set up for let it go do, let them go able to go make decisions. So that is the parliament in function. So I will only plead on the political parties so that they go able, as they did it, they go able actually focus on waiting the parliament is set up for let them go do. In other words, anything we have for reshape, instead of then get that self-bias wherein you will only look for waiting at today and the moment, you know, they look for waiting the outcome they come for the long run. So you look for collaboration and then you avoid the competition. The competition is in terms of people that they compete for let me be the best, or let go become governing people, or let go able to compete so that I go able to get income, so that I go able to project myself in the community. So that the word politics, we can't use them because they don't use them as an adjective for say you talk politics, you are playing politics. And politics should have not been changed to that word playing politics if politics was actually the actual politics itself. You see? But because of the politics don't turn to another form, people can use it now as an adjective for describe people when they do dubious acts. You are talking politics. That means, they talk true. So, and that is what another concept I want lay politicians and try institute to the people in mind, the one that would they govern, so that we will try change that mind day for the next decade, where the people will call politics to be a truthful way. They don't go use politics in the other negative way. Because everybody is about this man of politics is different. So even in the local, anything, in any community, small sector, like not to government business in our politics, because they use the word politics now for say it is not a good thing. Now people are they go there for deceive, people are they lie. So let them try to project that image there, wherein they go able for look, wherein they go able for change that sector there. And then finally, for that go able to go, the sign number we talk about them meet there, an interesting thing will remind me. If you look at Sierra Leone, say before the Islam and religion they come, then get what they follow the religion of the village. Then are waiting the villagers and believe, and they go to their trees and they believe this what they call pagan. And pagan word is from the Latin word pagus, and a village. Not a bad religion, like when you say in a pagan, now they practice a religion within your sector, your local sector. They believe in the water, they believe in, so they meet there, then they are the minds of the people, and it's up to how you believe them, how far you go. Then according to me own concepts, what I see. So apart from that, the other side, one of that digital area wherein people and the user hate crime, I wanted to realize the world, it don't become a two-dimensional area. And the other dimensional area, one of the world don't get now, only one side. Then they believe only on for see and sound for belief. And that instant information they will come, now you can connect people in identity. So that identity we they project there now, you get the opportunity for say here, me, I go either get that experience, they will not the reality, then I interpret them. But because of people and they always follow that dimensional area wherein they get for see and then get the sound. Now for that the social media they can't inside for interrupt that side. Then they can't know that was still away your mind of the concept where you don't get. Then they still am away for change your mind. Like how them picture that way they see and they bring. So this now the dimension people and no saying in the world of globalization, the digital world. So it's up to you, I guess, for deal with that digital world day or what you they bring for contribute today. So the one day what they bring for contribute, they they try for advise them, say, let them discourage themselves from doing that, then use that platform for do other things. And then the one them back where they go receive what they believe in, what they see and what they read, let them try know whose side then they get the source of the information so that they be able for implementing at the society. Because I ain't for able for help no more that area of digital development. We see now that they try for bring that one day inside them telephone registration and other things them ways on now who that they can so far at the final consumer. They know they look because there is something drastic. But again, you they try for look. If you want for broke small chestnut tree, like who they broke them banga for make banga oil, or how they will be called nut oil. You know they take them big sledgehammer where they go use for broke stone. You they use small other stone where they knock out with. If you go knock out with that hammer where you use for broke stone, you they broke arm that you not go able for pick the coconut we don't try forget, all don't broke. So in other words, they are trying, let them try to implement things where no go become hard. It is a systematic process. It's not a revolutionary process. And this it comes to active listening between we, the citizens, and for listen and understand, and we support the government, and then the government said for listen and understand and support within the people in need. So civil rights and civil duties then come parallel and then equate. And then one thing before they go now, the climate. Then there's a sign of saloon where they see a sinkhole, now freedom. I want the I don't call them the environmental something. They do that geology structure. I can't know the right word for it, but those in terms of that area, they would look into that side. Even the land minister himself, let they look into that. So just that to the environmentalists, because they get what they call water where they lay, because they get clay and silt. That's some area them where water settle and the clay and the silt mix. When the pressure come, the salt and the acid would depend on water, the layer, they break. Now they cause that sinkhole. But in not Bokuna Salon, but we don't begin future because of the drainage system where they apply, because of the water. It come, but it in between the layer of up and down. Now they erode and they go down. But the only area outside, you get clay and sand will mix and the layer, then they subside and go down at the rock, then they cause that sink. So that one no more I want for later through government and go know. Thank you very much for giving me the platform and let God continue for bless we. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Usfren. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're most welcome, sir. Yeah.
Well, we don't get Usfren in summary for the week. Junisa be they ask about the drone where they talk. If na free tongue no more. For right now, not all over the country. We go from Mashaka na we go tap for now. For now, na Mashaka we go tap. Make a call to Tony. Make we waiting in get for we today. Yes, Tony, waiting a summary, sir.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, continue.
Yeah. From Leone, Cabo. My summary just get for deal with one item. We get for deal with MPA, what we call EDSA, and then gets another name, or the unit we responsible in generating power. Then you get EDSA, we responsible in selling power. You understand? And as we say now, one key topic than the way, or now one key area than the way we always don't talk about. We always don't talk about because everybody know waiting at the importance of power supply. Waiting the government go gain, waiting the government go loss, and waiting other people. And over the years, I remember back, my thesis was on the analysis of corporate financial strategic planning and control system of the public energy sector industry in Sierra Leone. And I'm eager for look at, I'm eager for look at why we introduce the prepaid system and the postpaid, therefore make contrast. And the reason why I make them come with the prepaid system was they say, oh, they make profits, then people in the thief the light. So which means this has been an historic problem wherein people they know the thief light. So how do you address those situations? You therefore definitely copy best practices from other areas, the other country, them how they manage power. And most of the thing we make people in the thief light, you therefore look at pricing. If the price too exorbitant for power, which means very expensive for let people then get definitely, and say now the economy people them unemployed, they not get better jobs or this and that, and they get that disposable day, then definitely get for thief the lights. So in a nutshell, what I say is, if they want to address that area of power theft, they get for review their price. But some people then go say, if we review price, then go make more losses because I listened to the minister and the minister was saying they are not making profits. So how do you do? It's like the same problem where they don't get spares. There is that gap in wearing the research and planning. Probably not they do them well. Then they do their job very well. And any company, most company, even now, even the bank, First and Standard Chartered Bank, we normally do retail banking. You see, they're all doing retail banking now because what is happening now? Now the market day, now the money day, now the retail banking end. So basically, what am I saying here is MP or EDSA or what will they talk about? Don't forget a market spread where you don't forget a marketing team where where they under the research units. We go for scouts for area them where they know say this now emerging areas. I remember back me and you now all joined together with buy pole and buy cable, we bring light to we deal. You understand? That's what we job the one day. That will show you the lapses of the jobs. You understand? And I feel some of them things now we own area more good when now we country more in the happen and not to win at the first, not to win at the second. A lot of people have been doing this. If you listen to people that across the board will tell you say now they buy them cable, buy them pole and cable at the region. Not what we job. This is EDSA. If you want to expand your market, which means expanding your market means you're getting more subscribers or more people coming in using MPA, we're going to increase. The more you expand your markets, the more you generate more revenue, the more because the more revenue coming into whatever. So if you get few people within the chain, when I don't know more they pay, and the price exorbitant, and there's that clear cut, you don't get that clear cut thing we go explain to you how these bills, how they generate the bill, how you they pay, how this, definitely people then go to flights. And other area where they get for look at, if they want for make money, we are in, then go for look at government agencies. When I do my research and send they where are they salon, government agencies, they're not they born, they're not they pay. Even the ones that they pay, they are not paying on time. So there is that delay. In fact, there is a bad debt. Or bad, I mean, I'm not calling them this area in this way. They're not they pay on time. Like for instance, the military, the barracks they're not they pay. And if you go to them barracks place there, then there's so many long freezer. Most of them Sujama, they work for them they work. So what's in the cell? I still block in the cell. Some that's in the day. You go and say, then they do ice, then they do yogurts, and they do this, and people then the way they go ice, then drink them to them. Now money then go pick up their stock. Then go pick up their stuff from them. So there's a whole lot of malpractices. Even government, even officials working for government. Most of the hosts, if you go to the hosts, the appliances that way then get because it's free lights. Then work for all these other family members, then go work, then left AC they on. Then go work there, then go use. You understand when somebody they use resources where not so you they pay. Where if you send our government on our taxpayer they bond the cost. That kind you control not in usage. Me and you then at them party when you ready for go they turn off all the lights. If you then at living room, you go turn the lights off now at bathroom because what you make say I'll let the bill increase. You understand? But it's not happening. So if EDSA or government therefore look at that area where they say they are not making revenue, they therefore go back to the drawing board. This is an historic problem. MPA have never been making profits. We all know about people in the chief the desire, people in the chief this. It's now a government agency or government departments as I look. Now one area then where so many pores, so many lapses in controls. You notice when you there within the system, then you go see say we not ready for them, we progress. You understand? Because the thing where they say is so many lapses, not only EDSA, even in other agencies than where we get. You understand? Even Sierra Tel is being owned by government. the expensive Airtel should be doing well, just like Safaricom in Kenya. But now we are not having, because so many lapses. We run our agencies like we're running our own personal business, and so it's good. The parliaments got to put them on their toes, but yet for us see the kind of controls the way they go put, because so many gray areas. People don't know for they pay for meter 1 year. People don't know for they pay for meter one month. If I be a one-stop shop, I need lights now in place. Therefore, don't go put pole and everything, do forecasting. No areas, then we do area, say, this area don't they develop. Hastings don't they develop. Joy don't they develop. All the area don't they develop. Go and wait, go. You put pole, put transmitter. When somebody want the lights, he just to go pay for a meter. 1 week, install a meter, get the lights, and government go make revenue. But so many thousands of people, hundreds of people, the way don't pay for the meter. They don't even get meter, then go steal the same story. And then the minister then they say, OMP is not making profit, people then they thief lights. So when you look, why may they know they make money? That's what the thief lights really happy. Because how many people they when they get the lights? And not to just free on no more that center of free or CBD or certain area where we expect for give lights and we make revenue. No. You got to expand your market, you got to grow your market, get more markets. Go more market. If you get more people along the chain, more business people, the price will be reduced because you overhead it. So you make more money and your overhead will come down, because the more you make more money, the more you're able to subtract your overheads and get margin. But you can't get less people, and then you feel say you spend 1 million and then you generate 800, you don't go make money. So grow the market. Make sure say the thing will go make the markets go where people they need, they are available. But if you're not available, definitely, then they make this kind of cry where they get through. Then always they get her. So I don't take it down there. I just know about the need for manage MP or EDSA or whatever well. There's so many gray areas, so many opportunities where they can grow the market, where they can grow the not to just get few people there, they know they make money. They know they make money. It's people that the thief lights. When you watch, basically, you want to know where they thief lights. So say if you look pay, you understand? Now it's not inside that game. So they make it find that they don't want to put controls, because if they put controls, then SSF their own pockets, now their own window, or waiting there for it, then and go block. So that's my own take.
Thank you very much, Tony.
Area.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah, Ibrahim, thanks so much.
Yeah. The comment section, make we just not take the president in travel and make They wait the only press release we'll get and say go on a private visit. But I think with all these rumors and 10 newspaper, all they write, then a website with the president in pictures, I think it's just right for make information ministry or the state house have come out and pull a press release, say all waiting and writing and a lie. Even though we take and say a lie, but some people brain, Yes, Aisatu Kake Jalo, the doctor. Waiting a summary for the week, ma.
Hi, good evening, everyone, and good morning to many others. I hope so everybody did do well. Happy Saturday. Looking forward to a better week coming up. I wish everybody the happy rest of the weekend. Hope see everybody get some rest and spend time with the loved ones and do what's right in terms of, the COVID-19 measures them wherever we are, whether in Sierra Leone, in any other country. And also I want to say, Lord, continue to adhere, even though we don't begin to see lower numbers them, and we want for the numbers and stay in that trend day for COVID-19. With that, definitely we know see the data, it would definitely equal, the dates. We would really hope for that everything will go back to normal functioning. But even though we know we still got to wear a mask, social distancing, hand washing, also disinfecting, surfaces that you use more frequently, your devices, not to forget for the disinfect that. And also, that can really help in terms of how we go, cut down or prevent the spread of COVID-19. And while I'm at that, Sarah Network Charity Foundation, get recent donation we'll do now Kenema, because now the ongoing donation then will be done do back in May, we'll do the face mask donation of 5,000 face masks. So we don't do most communities in a Freetown, and then along also in the Waterloo and other areas, and staying on the main capital city. So in terms of the other town there, McKinney, also we don't get their own donation. Now we recently did Kenema, and Bo also get for happen this upcoming week. We get help from Mr. Bokari Morabi. We get connection to Mr. Usman Toli, one of the panelists. We'll tell them both thank you, and also we hope the people them will therefore receive the mask. Then will really use them for the cause, and also try for sensitize different people in the community, especially those that can afford it. So that's not the mission and the goal for see how best we can always work with the government as diasporans in this Sarah Network Charity Foundation. We go now to always work with the government and improve Sierra Leone. So many of them probably don't see the article we come out in the Facebook page as well as the website. So definitely COVID-19 is something where we all fed, now we all fed, right? And then going into the Afro barometer, we've been talking about, during the week, the only message, moving forward, we all don't see the report. I'm sure the government don't see the report. Finance minister, along with other stakeholders, and don't see the report, with the hopes that they use this report in the best way they can use them for letting improve things at the country, when at the job creation, the livelihood, how people they deal with their life day in, day out. Even though education is something where we get a higher score, 64% they say the country to go in the wrong direction. And definitely that's not what we want to see. Anything, in the, we had numbers of 7, 10%, and 15. These are not good numbers. This is not something that anybody for be happy about. This is not something we can for advocate more and call on government and people that are waiting now with constituencies them and say, this is not right. This is something you have to do something about. The light, the water, the sanitation, the healthcare. These are things that we need. These are not, privilege that people need, but rather they are basic human rights that every human being deserves. You may not get the first class of something, but you should have that basic need when water, light, and healthcare along with sanitation. So I hope saying that's something with the government will listen to and try to improve the lives of Sierra Leoneans. So during the week, we talk about lights, in how we improve the electricity sector, and also how we improve the traffic flow in the country, and we hope say that if they put data systems in place and people then do the inspections, then show every proof that this vehicle is safe, on the road. Police officers will try their best not to be stopping people for unnecessary stops, and also not harassing the drivers who driving just to make ends meet, because the money for them they get probably not enough for them. And this way, that can cause so much crook them or corruption they go on at the country, and it make it very difficult for other people to invest, in transportation. Otherwise, many people were interested in that, but they're not to get the zeal for do that because of how things then go on in the country. And then you mentioned about the polio-free being for we, the African nation, polio, which I want to take a few minutes to talk about. We just get to understand the polio itself now life-threatening, this is way will cause you, like a virus where you get through water and food that is contaminated, right? So that's why clean drinking water now a very essential something we need now in life. So if that water we drink is contaminated, you get exposed to it, you get the polio virus. When you get the polio virus, it affects you muscles them. You become muscles and they become weak. So the brain and the spinal cord are affected. So in that light, it can lead to paralysis. So not too many people then can get the virus and then sick from it, but those that get sick from it can lead to paralysis, and sometimes it can become fatal, right? So that's where vaccination comes in. So they get different types, which are two types. One with a through injection, the other oral one with the OPV, that oral polio vaccine, and then you get the IPV with the inactivated polio vaccine. So now in the United States, the vaccine when they get the IPV, which they can get at the age of 6 months old to 18 months, and then they get the first dose, and then from 4 to 6, then they get the second dose. So that dose that you get forget before you enter elementary school in the United States. So other countries then can give the oral form of the vaccine, and then some of the symptoms and people then can present with, you talk about the fatigue, feeling, feverish, and then, muscle wasting and weakness. So that can show signs of affect, the spinal cord don't become affected. So eventually, sometimes the people that can walk, right? And I don't get patients that I don't take care of, we really didn't get effect from the polio, but they were lucky that they were still alive, that, something happened. They don't get much treatment. As with many viruses, there's not much treatment. The treatment so they can focus on like physical therapy, then they focus on rest, then they focus on pain relievers, because the person would be in some form of pain and things like that. So that's not much really. And then the goal is prevention. And what you prevent this with not a vaccine. So definitely I'd encourage anybody with born became, let they go for vaccine. Don't go with the myth that you hear about vaccine, what vaccine can do and what not. You will get the vaccine and you will not get that vaccine. They do better than the person will not get the vaccine because, you don't get some form of immunity protection in case you become in contact with the virus. Your body really go resist the virus so that, get into complications like paralysis. And we all know mobility, your movement, around places, that's something very important like day-to-day life. We see the disabilities within the country in Sierra Leone in general, where they walk without a wheelchair. You see them, they are at risk for many different complications, like bed sores or skin breakdown. Where you see them, they get ulcers, because then they sit on at one place for so long. So these are some of the things that can happen, and the list goes on. So as they get wound them, it is at risk for infections and many more. So definitely, and it decrease your self-esteem. So very low advocates, definitely low advocates for vaccine. But the initial vaccine came out 1955, and a good thing that we don't eradicate something like this, and we hope that this same thing will happen for COVID-19. We don't put the world on a standstill. So, and the last thing where I want to just talk about here, now the Sarah Network Charity Foundation T-shirt them, I really encourage everybody for let you support the T-shirt, then you go for whether you did at the US, you're talking about $15. Europe, it's 15 euros, and the UK is 15 pounds, and all proceeds will go to charity. And for those of you that bought the T-shirt, please don't forget to share your picture with the T-shirt, because we get forget the Hall of Fame picture. We go for the Facebook page for show everybody with them beautiful T-shirt them, and that's now way of how we will raise money for all the good things in our salon. We get projects that we want for do, but how we do them, we get for raise money for do that, because Sierra Leone now we all young and we all get for do something as Sierra Leoneans, and we the diasporans, and don't forget there's more on our shoulders, because then we feel we live a better life here than the ones that we're in the ground. So if we can do any little bit of contribution, and all the ones that we donate within the Sarah Network WhatsApp group, we want to tell them thank you, we want to continue to do the good thing we want to do, and we want to tell all the panelists that who spread, Tony and Mr. Triple, you the host to us, and Usman Tolly. What he say? Okay. So, yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody, and Lord continue do well for the country. And I want to say #Salon Proud, and have a good weekend, everybody.
Thank you very much, Dr. Aissatou. Thank you, ma.
Thank you.
Yeah.